Let's go. What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I hope everybody's having a good morning. It is final roster cut day, y'all. You understand? It's some people getting a bad call today, but you already know what happening, what time it is. Let's go. We got some people that's losing their jobs, you know. It's not a happy Tuesday for some people, but it is a necessary evil, man. We gotta get it down to the final 53. That's just the way it's gotta be, man. So shout out to everybody rocking, man. Shout out to Mr. Michael Lockhart, Miss Elda Lockhart, the Lockhart Squad. Shout out to Raymond Silas, Desmond Iron Man, Joe Tranchina, Miss Patrice Langford in the building, Miss Gina L. Chase. You already know I got that fried bologna in there for you. Mr. T. Richbird in the building, Kelvin Hicks in the building, John Jones in the building, Miss Jackie in the building with me, Charlie Jones in the building, 49er fan in the building. What's happening? 5-time champ in the building, Journey in the building. Shout out to you. I can't pronounce the first part, so forgive me. But I see you. Cold Jelly in the building, Jay Worthy, Bruce got the toxic juice, Mr. Cowboy Nation, Gary Murphy, Tavis Banks, Wisdom, the God in the building, and Action Power, Miss Michelle Racing, sliding in for the win. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Y'all know what you gotta do. Hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's get these likes up early, man. We don't want to do no ugly cries on a Tuesday. You understand? Y'all know that. But first and foremost, we gotta make sure these haters doing the most what they was put on God's green earth to do. And you already knew that's hate, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. Let's get this trap jump around the corner, y'all. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's go.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
It's a trap Tuesday, y'all.
Came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate.
It's a trap Tuesday.
That would make them hate. And we just get cake and they just in the way. That would make them hate. That would make them hate. Cause we just getting cake and they just in the way. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Let's get it.
You ain't in on the team, just a ball, boy. Real high. Used to rock knockout, but it's real now.
I'm real fly.
I probably average your career.
Let's go.
One day hating on it, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we hollin' a deal now. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar.
Let's get it.
Took my brother, that made me go harder. That turned me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the comma. Now I'ma run up them commas. For the summer, run up them numbers. I know that they hate the way I play the ball, man. Rockin' all this ball, man. Street made on the chain. This money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey, shout out to Jeremy Salas in the building, Brendan Dunston flying in, Derwin Southern in the building, King G in the building, Man in the building. I don't know how to pronounce it, but shout out to you, sir. Terrence Bowles, Matt Leslie in the way. Hey, we in the building with it. We in the building with it. Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home. Wait a minute now. Or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone. But I promise you, you are in the trap with it. I promise. Make no mistake about it, man. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's having a good day. You know, it is final roster cut day, so you know the Dallas Cowboys will be trying to get down to the final 53, y'all. Y'all know that. And it's going to be 1,100 plus people available after today, I believe. Or I'm not sure if it's today. But the Cowboys will be notifying all of their people today. So this is going to be nervous time for a lot of people, man. So let's go and get into the show. Shout out to everybody. It's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is. Yeah, I already know that, man. Shout out to everybody. Right. Let's get into it. It is the end of the road. Some people, it's the end of the road for them today, you know. Mr. Alex Lindstrom. It's the end of the road for him. How y'all feel about Mr. Alex Lindstrom? I don't think he got that much opportunity. I don't think he moved the needle neither way. So I think that was pretty expected. You know, you got, especially after the way TJ Bass played, he played pretty well. So I think he kind of shored up that center position, that guard position. He got a little position flex. So I think TJ Bass kind of made it a little difficult on people like Mr. Alex Lindstrom, especially showing position flex and playing good at his position. So this one right here kind of hurt me, y'all. I ain't even gonna count. Trap. This one right here was a little disturbing because I ain't gonna lie, I believe Big Bo got some game in him, man. I feel like he can play. I feel like he could have added something to this team. I feel like he could have been somebody that could have spelled. He could have spelled Big Bo. He could have spelled Jonathan Hankins when he got tired or something like that. I think that would have been a good substitute. He's a big guy. He's a trash can full of dirt. We gave him a couple of years, and I guess they got tired of waiting. Maybe we get him back on the practice squad. What y'all think? Do y'all think Big Bo could get back on the practice squad, or do you think the Cowboys just absolutely cut ties with Big Bo? It is over. What y'all think? Do y'all think Big Bo days as being a Dallas Cowboy is over with? What y'all think? I don't think it's a good decision either, Mr. Craig. I really think Big Bo could have added something to this team. This is a position that we lacking at. If anybody, I would have thought they could have cut Neville Gallimore, being honest, you know. But I like Big Bo. I feel like every time he got his opportunities, he showed up. He just had a little injury hurdle he had to get over last year. And then after that, you know, it's kind of like he just disappeared. I don't know if he was able to get back to being healthy after that or what, or was it just him not showing up? Who knows? But it's something that the coaches didn't like about him. I don't know. It was something, but hopefully we get him back. I feel like he'll be a guy that I'd be wanting to get back on my team. I ain't gonna lie. This is a position we're not that deep at. We're not that sure at. We got a rookie at. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that it's a lot of reasons why I would keep this guy on my team. You know what I'm saying? Big Bo is a capable player too. I've seen him cause some havoc and carnage in the middle of that line several times. So I don't know, man. I know last year in the first 5 games, Quinn Bohanna was showing up. He was doing a lot of stuff. Now, I told you he got a little injury, and after that, it was over with. So I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got in the coach's doghouse or what. I just hope and pray this ain't politics right here, and this ain't a decision that come back to bite us, similar to the Vanilla Gorilla, what his name was, that went to the Washington. What's his name? John Ridgeway. I hope it ain't one of those situations. Like, Cowboys showing their hubris again. If any position we don't need to be throwing away capable players, is definitely at defensive tackle, right? This shouldn't be a situation where us acting like we got disposable players at defensive tackle. Like, that's one position we need to be a little careful with, you know. But it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna lie. I got kind of in my feelings about Mr. Bohanna. I think he got a lot of capable football left in him. And, you know, like I said, I would have chose him over Mr. Neville Gallimore, just being honest. That's just me, though. That's just me. Shout out to Michael Gelkin on Twitter. He says Mike McCarthy was asked about Cowboys' young tight end group. I think Sean McKeon has done a tremendous job being the old guy in the film room. You can see Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot have really taken to that step you look for in the second year. I love the way that they help and mentor our young guys. So, one thing I will say, okay, that's kind of alarming. Y'all know I'm kind of a little hyperbolic sometimes. But listen, is that not the reason I say I'm a little concerned? That's a little red flaggish. Because if you pay attention, he did not mention football at all, really. Trap. That dude didn't mention football at all, Mike McCarthy. Come on, you talking about mentorship. You talking about every other reason in the world to keep him on the roster, but on the field. That's my part. And that's the reason why John Stevens would have definitely made this football team. And I don't understand why you speaking so highly of McKinn. We seen this man make 2 catches. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if anything, we should go short at tight end and go deep in another position. So I don't know, man. What y'all think about that? Do y'all think Sean McKinn is worth a roster spot when you can actually keep Malik Davis or somebody? You can keep an extra running back. You can keep an extra safety or somebody. I'll definitely go short at tight end if McKinn. Because, look, it'll go down to this. It'll boil down to this. It'll be McKinn or either somebody like Malik Davis, or either McKinn or somebody like Israel Mukwamu. Either McKinn or, you know what I'm saying, you start lining him up against these players, it is a no for me. McKinn or either Ranye Thomas. McKinn, like, you'll have to go down the line because you'll be fighting and clawing for those last type of roster spots. And I definitely pick all of those players over Sean McKinn. That's just me, though.
Trap.
That's just me. What y'all feel about that? How y'all feeling about that? Do y'all think that's fair right there? Do y'all think that's fair? Because Sean McKinn hasn't shown me nothing. We done gave him plenty of years at this point, and we seen nothing from Mr. Sean McKinn. I'm sick of it. I'm ready to move on. It is what it is. Craig says, I would cut McKinn and keep Hunter because he can play tight end as well. That's a good idea. That's one of the people he battling with too. You mean to tell me you'll take Sean McKinn over what you seen from Hunter Luepke the last game? So, like, I don't know, man. I'm not that fond of going with Sean McKinn over some of these other key players. I'm just not. And you know, there's nothing against him personally, but I just value other players more than what Sean McKinn has gave me. I don't care about the mentorship and all of that right now. Right now, I don't. I'm sorry. We got one of the best tight end coaches in football. I'm pretty sure he gonna coach him up. Jake Ferguson at least got a little experience. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the football team. This is his second year. I think Linda Wells can get him up to speed. I'm sorry. That's not to me. That's really not valuable enough to keep you on my team over other people who can do other things. I'm sorry. So how y'all feel about that? Maybe y'all disagree. Ms. Nisa said the way you put it that way is fair and he doesn't match up. So cut him. Exactly. That's what I'm looking at. Joe Tranchina says tight end is a very important position for us, especially for Dak. He needs that security blanket like Schultz used to do. Yeah, you could say that, but I would argue that Dak kind of made Dalton Schultz. You know, I don't think it was the other way around. Dak always worked good with the tight end, so I ain't too concerned with him getting a security blanket, you know, like depending upon that. I feel like Dak can make whoever you put there. You know, Dak has played with several tight ends at this point, right? Dak has played with Blake Jarwin. Dak has played with Dalton Schultz. Dak has played with Jason Witten. Dak can play with a lot of tight ends, so I don't really think it'll be like Dak could be dependent upon them. But I get what you're saying. Tight end by itself, in a general term, it is pretty much a security blanket. But I think Dak can. I think you can sub them in and out when it comes to young Ryan Dakota. That's just my opinion. Shout out to Mafia Miles with the $5 super. I appreciate you, sir. He says, I think we should cut a tight end and keep Hunter Luepke. He can block and catch like a tight end, and he can run like a power back. I think so, too. It's definitely like that's basically the case I just made. Like, I keep him. He got more value on his roster spot than Sean McKinn do. When Mike McCarthy just showed you that most of all his value was mentorship and off the field stuff, like, I want you to be good on the field too. I'm sorry. I love mentorship. It is very important. I'm not acting like it's not. But is that as important for you to earn a roster spot? In my opinion, no. I'd rather take a guy who's going to be on special teams. Hunter Luepke going to be on special teams. He going to be He gonna be your pseudo fullback. He gonna be your pseudo tight end if you need him to be. He gonna be a lot of different. He gonna check a lot of different boxes if you call his number. Compared to Sean McKeon just over there giving advice and stuff. I mean that's just me, y'all. All right? Y'all might not be as harsh as me. Y'all might not value it the same as me. It is what it is, but that's just my thoughts on the subject. Shout out to CD Cowboy Nation says, landlord, you think Bohanna is that much better than Gallimore? Not much better. Not much better. I kind of feel like they're the same player. Not much of a gap between them, but I could be wrong. Now, I wouldn't say he's much better. The difference is, CD Cowboy Nation, the reason I would value Bo over Neville is a pass rusher defensive tackle. Like he's not that trash can full of dirt. Neville doing something that we got an embarrassment of riches of. We got plenty of people to rush the passer. Quentin Bohanna is a person that's going to be hard to move in there. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't value what Neville do over what I could get from Quentin Bohanna. Quentin Bohanna needs to be able to be, look, okay, if Jonathan Hankins need to be spelled a couple of times, I don't have faith in Neville Gallimore being that trash can full of dirt, stopping the run and stuffing the run. We've gave Neville Gallimore these chances for years now, right? We've given Neville those chances for years. I don't have faith in Neville being that run stuffer, but I think Bo would do that. I've seen Bo do that, especially in short spells. I'm confident in Bohanna to be somebody who can spell Jonathan Hankins. If Neville get in, I feel like we'll be a little light. That's just my opinion. Miss Elder said 54 likes and 118 in the chat. Good grief. Y'all gonna tighten up. Yeah, CD Cowboy Nation. I'm basically just saying they do different things, and I value what Bo do more. That's probably the best way I can put it. Shout out to HTM Sports in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go support my YouTube brother. What's happening? He says, no guarantee that never makes the team either, though. They might give Ghostin the push over him. My antennas are up. It really is. My antennas are up. Better TV option. Shout out to you. I ain't never seen you before, but welcome to the trap. Mozzie is here to spell Hankins. No, I think they're going to play Mozzie and Hankins together. That'll be a good first down defensive line. So I wouldn't view Mozzie as a sub for Hankins. I think they're going to play them together. So, you know, I look at Hankins. We need somebody coming behind Hankins. Hankins is a veteran too. Like, just in case Hankins get hurt, you got to rock with Neville. I don't know about that. And I used to like Neville. I like what Neville does, but he wouldn't be a proper substitute for Jonathan Hankins. And that's what I feel like we going to need. We going to need somebody for Jonathan Hankins. He's a veteran. Anything can happen with a veteran, you know. I told y'all we got to pray for a little injury grace. That's what we going to need to do. We going to need a little injury grace. Because if Jonathan Hankins, anything happen to him, you back down to Mozzie Smith and Oso Digizua and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I value what Bohanna do for me more than what Neville does at this moment in time. Now maybe if we had a different team, I might value what Neville did more. So I'm talking about situational. I think they'll play situational. I think they'll put Mozzie in. If they know it's a rundown, I think it'll be Mozzie and Hankins. I think it'll be Mozzie and Hankins. He said Hankins back up Mozzie. We'll just have to see how they play it. You know Dan Quinn creative too. He might do a whole bunch of stuff. So we'll just have to see how it go. I think right now it's gonna be more situational, better TV options, because I don't think most of this stuff is set in stone at the moment either. Because I think on this defensive line, that's one of our biggest weaknesses. So it'll be mostly dependent upon performance. Don't y'all think that's the way it should be? That's one of our weakest points from last year. I need to see these boys perform. Then I get to distributing time and snaps and stuff like that. So I ain't just giving nobody no grace to be solidified in the middle like that. I want y'all gonna have to fight for it. That's how I make it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they'll do that like sparingly. I think Dan Quinn will kind of mismatch that anyway. So starter, no starter, I think everybody gonna get their reps regardless when it comes to that defensive tackle group. But yeah, man, like I don't know about that spot we was talking about. I'll take Hunter Luepke over Sean McKeon. But let's move on. See, that was just alarming to me. Mike McCarthy didn't mention nothing on the field, sir. Nothing on the field. Then he says, Cowboys waive tight end Seth Green. A person familiar with the transaction said Green signed with Dallas last October, spending most of the season on the practice squad. And Michael Gilkins goes on to say Cowboys have informed Ben Bangadoo. Maybe not. I don't know. Somebody let me know how bad I butchered that name. He's been released. A person familiar with the decision said in 2019 second-round pick and former TCU standout spent the past 4 seasons with the Colts. Actually, Bangadoo actually was kind of making a little noise sometimes. He was number 94. I remember him coming off the edge. He was actually making a couple plays or putting a little pressure on the quarterback. So maybe he played his way on somebody else's practice squad, but he got to go. Benagoo. That's what it is. Bruce got the tossage. Y'all know I speak broken English. You just wanna do me like that, sir? Good grief. But how y'all feel about that? We pretty much expected these two. Seth Green, we didn't look at him as a player that's on there. What? Cole Jelly said, is that true, man? Don't tell me Dennis Houston got away. I did not see that coming. The only reason they waived Dennis Houston is they feel like they going to get him back. That's the only way. Let me see. They probably told Dennis, hey, man, let me holler at you, Dennis. Oh, so it's true. They done waived Dennis Houston. Good grief. So what y'all feeling about that, y'all? How y'all feeling about that? I had Dennis Houston as my like 6th receiver. So maybe my CD, Cooks, MG, Tolbert, Houston. Houston was the 5th receiver in my book. Marcus Hardison says, I feel nothing. Good grief. Okay, this what it is, y'all. I guarantee y'all. We did this same thing to Houston last year, remember? We cut Houston and got him back on the practice squad. So keep an eye on that. The only way I feel like they cut Dennis Houston because, look, this is almost one of them situations like the Niners media just said. We didn't clearly see nobody beat out Dennis Houston for that wide receiver 5 or 6. We did not. So if that's the case, I feel like they probably pulled Dennis in the alley and said, hey, man, go sit down for a minute. Don't leave Dallas. Whatever you do, don't leave. We got you. Just chill out and relax for a minute, and we going to sign you in a minute. That's what it probably is. Craig says that means Simmons will make the team. If Simmons make this team over Dennis Houston, in my opinion, that's politics. Because Simmons has not been better than Dennis Houston. Not in practice, not in camp, or not in preseason. He hasn't. Simmons just did a couple of plays the last preseason, but let's talk about that. Is Simmons Fehoko, from what you've seen in training camp to now, has Simmons Fehoko been better than Dennis? Have Simmons Fehoko been better than Dennis? Because no lie, Dennis was cutting up in practice and training camp too. You might be right, Craig, but I'm telling you it ain't right, though. I'm telling you it's not morally right. You might be, factually right, but I'm telling you if that's the case, it's not morally right. No, that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be so. Dennis was better than Simmons the whole year. Real talk. I'm not saying, yeah. I know what you're saying, Craig. That's why I just made sure I explained it to you. I'm saying it's not morally right if you are factually right. It shouldn't be that way. But we know life isn't fair, Nowhere in hell, what he said? Christopher Gillis said, nowhere in hell Simmons makes this 53. I'm telling they pushing Brooks in that last receiver spot. You think so, JR? That'll be big news right there. I'll take Dennis Houston over Simmons. Me too. Nick with 2 C's, like you ain't seen him be better than Dennis Houston. If you have, please direct me to what you seen. Jalen Barr said, thanks for your service. Christopher Gitter said, Drummond been better than Brooks, been better than Turpin, been better. Y'all know I like Drummond. Shout out to Landlord from Wakanda. He said, Simmons brother on the team. Man, that might have been what it is. They said, I got to take 2 for 1 then. And him and Junior, they got to take 2 for 1. I like Drummond better than Simmons too, being real. Because Drummond has showed me stuff out there. When he got his opportunities, we be looking like Simmons. Why you can't do nothing? You fast, you big. You know what I'm saying? It's not making no sense why you can't do nothing. Make it make sense, Mr. Simmons. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't see no way that Dennis Houston lost out to Simmons. You know what that is. Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports, man. That was a great show he did that day, man. That was real talk. Bastards and Sons. I'm in the midst of watching Game of Thrones over because I love the show. I'm watching it for a second time. And Bastards and Sons, that show that Boss did one day, that told me a whole lot, and it's true. Like, the Cowboys definitely gonna value they draft picks over undrafted players. That's just how it go. You already invested in them players, right? You already done put a commitment to them players. So you gonna be betting on them to do well. A UDFA or somebody you pick up in free agency just sign, he gonna have to be way better. He gonna have to be way better. Like, he gonna have to convince you, like, sir, I belong on this team over that guy. He gonna have to do it without a shadow of a doubt. And then even then, he still might not do it. Even then, you still might not make the roster. So it's just crazy. Trey said Game of Thrones is severely overrated. I disagree, but you know, we can't agree on all things. Mike and Leah said they gotta have someone that will never see the field as the wide receiver 6, be able to play special teams. I hope they use common sense. Exactly, man. Exactly. Because this making no sense to me. This making no sense. You get rid of Dennis Houston, this man been consistent. This man has been consistent, sir. Simmons, what is Simmons to y'all? Simmons, if anything, you can't use consistent and Simmons in the same sentence. You cannot. Trap. Dennis Houston been the same dude. You know exactly who you was getting out of Dennis Houston. Simmons Fahoku been a mixed bag since he been on this team. He been a mixed bag since he been on this team. That's not good right there. That's not good right there. And maybe it's not Simmons' fault. I ain't gonna blame Simmons because it's a lot of wide receivers on this team, y'all. We drafted one, Jalen Brooks. They might be valuing the draft pick they picked. They probably like, hey, we draft this dude. Let's give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? And then they probably still got Houston on the phone. They probably still got Houston on the phone. They probably told him, don't leave. Don't leave Dallas. We got you. You know what I'm saying? So that might be the case with Dennis Houston. I don't know. I don't like it, though. I don't like it at all, y'all. I do not like this. I felt like Dennis Houston was your 5th best receiver. Dennis Houston was your 5th best receiver. Politics are playing a role in this decision early, and that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Billy Johnson seemed to have some good speed. He got good speed. He made a lot of plays, but he don't have a sponsor. You would have thought Dennis Houston had a sponsor. Dak Prescott loved Dennis Houston. This man was at the Dak Guard and everything. Simmons definitely should be out the door. Simmons 4-3 for nothing. Can't get no separation. Exactly. Miss Elder said 83. Now, oh, come on. That ain't even halfway. Y'all doing me super bad. I got to cry. Look at the disappointment on this man's face. You know what I'm saying? You got me walking around with my head down. How you gonna disappoint a baby? What more do you want from me? You got me standing out the window. Now I gotta give you that ugly cry. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card, I promise. Trap. Y'all acting real eaglish, man. Y'all know them Eagles got claws. They can't do nothing but come in here and hate. We are civilized folks over here. We can hit the like button. It's no problem. You know, we got to beat up that algorithm, y'all. We got to make the trap jump worldwide. You understand? But yeah, man, I'm disappointed for them letting go Dennis Houston, though. I am. I'm going to tell you that. I didn't like the Bohanna move. Didn't like the Dennis Houston move. Because, look, think about this. Outside, we know who the top four is. Somebody make a legitimate case to why Dennis Houston is not on this team. Please. In the form of a player. Make a case for another receiver to be better than Dennis Houston right now. Please. Somebody do that. That's what we finna do. We finna play a game. Somebody make a case for Dennis Houston to no longer be on this football team. Somebody make a case for it. Because I don't understand this. I need answers. Y'all. JR with the $5 super. He said, what up, G? Watch out for the saving face effect. In these cuts today, Cowboy Nation draft picks gonna get favor over play production. That's not good right there, JR. We want better for the team. We want better because when you take the politics out, you get a better football team. That's what we want. Shout out to B-Bird with the $5 super, man. He says, your reputation is riding on the draft players. That's why GM/player personnel directors tend to give them more rope. Politics always play a role. B-Bird, we understand, man, but look, tell me this. Do that give you the best team, though? Look, that's one of the things that made me get away from football. Sadly, it was the politics. You know, I can't stand football politics, but I had to grow older and realize that politics is all over. You can't escape politics. It's in the workplace. It's in the YouTube space. Politics is everywhere. So you really can't escape it. You know what I'm saying? So you right, B-Bird. It's a part of it. Any kind of business, any kind of space, any kind of situation, politics will be involved. So that's not conducive to making the best team, though, B-Bird. That's what the thing about it is. It sucks, man. Because they gonna start giving you, that's why people like, it make perfect sense, but it still suck, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say, they just tell you, sum it up in a few words, life isn't fair, man. Because, look, to be truthful, you know, I got high hopes for the kid. I talked to him personally, seemed like a good kid. But Schoonmaker ain't did nothing to say he deserved to be on this team. But they put so much draft capital on him, he has to be. You know what I'm saying? He has to be. So if it was just a clear-cut battle on talent for talent, who makes the team, definitely you wouldn't say Schoonmaker should be there. He ain't did nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? Junior Feihoku ain't did nothing yet. So, but they are draft picks, so of course they gonna get priority over other players. That makes sense to a certain degree when you put a lot of draft capital in that equation. But when you talking about 4th and 5th, 6th round picks, come on, B-Bird. That's not acceptable to me. That's not acceptable. You mean you gonna prioritize Jalen Brooks? What, this man about a 7th round pick? Look, we hope he do well. I'm rooting for the kid. But ain't no way you can tell me he deserved to be on this roster over Dennis Houston. I won't accept that. Trap. Man, and it's so sad because I kind of seen this coming. Because Dennis Houston just been under the radar. Tell me y'all ain't been consistently seeing Dennis Houston. Even in Cowboy night, Dennis Houston making plays. This dude just been steadily making plays. No lie. He has not stopped at all. Yeah, you already paid the money, Data Yoga, so I get it, but it's just not conducive to making the best outcome for the team. That's all. I'm worried about the team. Yeah, Craig, I'm talking about just hypothetically. We know I feel like he's gonna be a good player, but at the same time, we talking about right now, this offseason, Has he done anything to warrant that position? Honestly, we can't say he has. Not over a lot of these other players. We honestly can't say that. So, we know that it's not just cut and dry who's the best player. We know that. So, of course, like we go back, it comes back full circle. It goes back to the point where we said politics will be involved. Unfortunately. Politics definitely will be involved. Chris Kyle says, same. I don't know how he always be making it, but Bo Hanna has had a worse offseason and preseason than never this year. You say he has had a worse one? You think he has I think you saying Neville has a worse one. I don't know. Maybe I'm read that wrong. Let me know. Big Sar said Jalen Brooks has had a better camp than Dennis Houston landlord. You think so? I don't know. Because look, the difference is, Big Sarge, you could say a better camp, but we haven't seen Jalen Brooks do anything in preseason. I've seen Dennis Houston make plays in preseason too. So even if you give Jalen Brooks the nod in camp, Dennis Houston been more solid overall. He's been consistently just Dennis Houston. He been solid the whole time. Let me know if you agree with that, Big Sarge, because that's a good point. Jalen Brooks started off on fire, so I give you that. But that fire kind of dulled down a lot. When them lights came on, we was wondering where Jalen Brooks was. He made a play like the last game, but before then, we weren't seeing Jalen Brooks no more, bro. He kind of got small under them lights, which is expected by most rookies. That's why it's not typical for a rookie to just come out, bust on the scene, and just be going crazy. That's not typical. So, no knock on the kid, but I'm going Dennis Houston over him for sure. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Give me Dennis Houston. Yeah, this might just be some roster manipulation, man, because it don't make no sense. Like, you can't make it make sense to me. Michelle Green, I think they'll bring Dennis back. Roster gymnastic landlord. Yeah, I think that might be what's going on, because it's not making sense. The more I think about it, the madder I get. You know what I'm saying? Action Powell says, what the difference is between Bastards and Sons and when Will McClay misses on a draft pick but won't admit it. Yeah. That's the difference. The difference is you lose capital. And the Bastards, But look, though, Will still get credit. Oh, he says Mitch. Okay. My bad, sir. Excuse me. You still get credit. We'll still get credit for a bastard too, though, right? Think about it. You still got to go acquire the bastard. You still got to go reach out and grab the free agent, whether y'all know what we mean or not, Not no bastard for real. I'm not calling these people bastards now. Chill out. But y'all know, Son will be somebody they drafted, a bastard to be somebody they picked up in free agency or a UDFA or something. So they still get credit for giving the UDFA or the free agent a chance. So I don't really get it. You should put all that credit to the side to get the best player, in my opinion. Big Sar said it was Jalen Brooks or Cooper Rush attempting to get the ball. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. But at the same time, I seen Dennis Houston, Big Sar. So look, our argument still, we can go blow for blow. Because think about it. We didn't see Jalen Brooks. If you take away Jalen Brooks and you say, okay, it was Cooper Rush. But Cooper Rush was the same quarterback where we still seen Dennis Houston. So which one is it? Is it bad quarterback play? Well, we could say that I'm sure Cooper Rush got more chemistry with Dennis Houston than he do with Jalen Brooks. That to be fair, I could say that. But at the same time, I seen Dennis Houston with Cooper Rush, though. I did. B. Bird said not the credit you'd get as a draft pick, at least that what the Joneses' egos tell them. You right. It's more satisfactory when you bet it on the kid coming out of college. You right. But look, though, you still get to fix somebody, and you get more credit to me Man, Will McClay look like a genius for what we did with J. Ron Curse.
Trap.
Oh, yeah, I'm upset, Troy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm upset. Because it makes no sense to me. I'm going to just be honest. I'm a little upset. I am. Because I felt like Dennis Houston was my number 5 receiver. I can't name the 4 receivers. Jalen Tolbert was ahead of him. After Jalen Tolbert, I can't make a case for nobody else to be over Dennis Houston. I just can't. Can't do it. Ricky Madison says, I know you and your subs heard me. I told y'all this would happen. I don't remember, Mr. Ricky. My apologies. When did you say it? You said that Dennis Houston would be cut. Chris Kyle says, landlord, should Devin Harper be ahead of Jabril Cox? Yes, he should. And I like him. I like Jabril. But he definitely should be over Jabril. He should be. Devin Harper has been solid. See, ain't nobody said a word to you. Devin Harper has been solid for years. Yeah, I'm afraid of those politics too. I'm afraid of them. Miss Patrice said, landlord don't play by them wide receivers. Man, I know what I'm seeing with my eyes, Miss Patrice. I do. I know what I'm seeing. And then, like I said, the politics bother me too. Because I know politics can screw up a good team. Politics can be the reason why you don't get 6. It could be. Just because, like I said, to me, I felt like politics screwed us last year. They should have gave Malik Davis a couple of runs in that San Francisco game, man. They should have. Let's be honest. I don't care how bad he was pounding at the end of the bench. I don't care. If that's what they said he did, I don't care. So, think about it. You mean to tell me you could have made him redeem himself in that moment? You could have made him redeem himself. Go get us a win then, kid. Because it didn't look like, to be real, just didn't look like Zeke had it. It looked like the 49ers had Zeke number that game. It did. Or the run game number as a whole. But at least you supposed to be trying some more stuff. The 49ers got some of the best. They do that to everybody, really. But they got some of the best linebackers in football. So it's going to be hard to run on them. They got a solid defensive line as well. So it's going to be hard to run on them. So they should have gave Malik Davis that some carries that in that San Francisco game. Definitely. Yeah, Ms. Nisa, they should have sat Noah Brown. That's politics too. That's politics too. Craig Lofgren says Cox cannot tackle, and that's a huge problem, especially at linebacker. Yeah, that's all they do. That's all they do. Shout out to Lord King in the building, man. I hope you're doing good today, sir. I really do. Troy Moore says, but the thing with Houston is if the lights are too big, or what is it, a Dak versus Rush thing with him? Nah, I can't say the lights too big with Houston because he pretty much, he showed up and started for you, Troy. He showed up and started for you. So that's a little much. That's a little much. He showed up and started for you. So I can't say, that means he played solid in the preseason camp. That's the only way you're going to be able to start. It really is, Logan, and that's one of the things I hate the most, especially in sports. I can't stand politics, bro, because it screw over good players, and it help bad players. Like, politics are the worst, bro, in football. Politics are the worst, bro. Politics are the worst. That's the reason why the coach's son be starting over a way better quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got no business out there ruining the team, but that's the coach's son, so he get to play. You know? Big Gil Gibson in the bed says Cox was a high draft pick, though. He was. That's the reason he's still on the team right now. If he wasn't a high draft pick, he wouldn't even be here right now, because honestly, he ain't did nothing. He has had some injuries, but, it is what it is. Tommy, yeah, that's in a perfect world, but unfortunately, the world isn't perfect. I wish it was. Craig Lofgren says, so if Houston got cut, who do you think will make the team? That's interesting. All I'm going to tell you, it better not be Semi. Y'all want to see landlord go crazy here, better?
Trap.
Tell you right, it better not be Semi. Y'all gonna see me going up. I'm gonna turn up. It better not be Semi make the team over Dennis Houston. It better not be. It better not be. That's all I'm gonna say. It better not be Semi. If Dennis Houston can't make this team, Semi better not make this team. Who else? And then if we talking about a receiver, Turpin on this team for special teams, cause Dennis been better than him down there for real too. I don't know. But certain players just gonna get overlooked because they don't have sponsors. Like us as a fan base, that's why you got content creators here that's putting all this time into it. Because we gonna tell you what should happen, what's the truth. Just like Dontario Drummond, I seen this man make plays all count. Nobody talked about him, and he's gone. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even report on him. I feel I really did a disservice. I'm sorry. No, I actually told y'all he was making plays, but I didn't show y'all him making plays. That was my bad part. I supposed to did that. So I gotta hold myself accountable. I should have put that out there. Maybe it would have helped the young man. Who knows? Like, they probably ain't watching the trap though, you know. But I really should have did more of my part on that, man, because Dontario was making plays. And like, what else you want a kid to do? You got to think about this. If your kid, just look at your kid as one of these players. If you was a father and your kid was a player, what would you ask him? You would be like, hey, son, I need you to play ball. You would be like, if your son got on the Dallas Cowboys, what would be your advice? You'd be like, hey, son, do what the coaches say do. Play your heart out, learn the plays, and that's all the people been doing. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't a path to success, what is the path to success? That's the problem with politics. That's when it's an issue. That's when it's an issue. When you can't find a proper, clear-cut way to success, that's an issue, y'all.
Trap.
That's an issue. Like, I don't know, what would you tell your son? You know what I'm saying? Dang, prayers up to Tommy Montoya, man. He said he lost a family member, man. Prayers up to you, man. Yeah, prayers up to you and your family. We hope everybody do well, everything goes well with your family after y'all trying times right now, man. Hey, son, you should have been drafted. Look, we... Hey, B-Bird, we need more fathers like you in
Trap.
Look, ain't too many gonna cut it straight with their son like that. You know what I'm saying? We in the participation era. You know what I'm saying? We in the participation trophy era. You know, it ain't many dad is gonna look at their son and say, son, you ain't do nothing to earn that trophy. But look, that's hilarious. But look, some of them need to actually hear that, you know. Some of them really do. Because what's going to inspire them to be better? If they get a trophy for just showing up, what's going to inspire them to be better? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Like, I know some people don't agree with that, but it is what it is for me. Like, if your son just show up to the game and just get a trophy, it's like, what is he going to do to get better? What's going to motivate him to get better? Like, what used to motivate me is when I seen somebody I dislike holding up the trophy in front of me like, oh, okay, next year is my turn, sir. Next year is my turn.
Trap.
You think about that all year. Don't you? You think about that all year getting your revenge. You like, okay, everybody cheering for him. Y'all think he better than me? Watch this. You be on a mission the whole next year. Some of these kids need that. Some of these kids need that. Big Gibb says Turpin is the jet sweep guy. Also, can we say gadget plays? Maybe Turpin could be a little more than that, though. Maybe Turpin could be a little more than that. I think if you just run him straight in the slot, he can do some things. I do. But I don't know if we're going to have time to do that. He might have a few packages. Oddly enough, I might run Turpin on some goal line stuff. I might run Turpin on some goal line stuff. And it sound crazy, don't it? Like in some red zone stuff. But trying to keep up with somebody like that, I use him in the goal line. Like, just like the Chiefs used Tyreek Hill. You know how effective Tyreek Hill was in the red zone? They doing all these little screen passes and stuff like that. You can get some money with Turpin. Yeah, we can spin the block back. We can spin the block back in a minute. Yeah, but right or wrong, you really can do that. Like you can. It's hard to keep up with Turpin. What would be the best time to put emphasis on the fact that you can't keep up with Turpin in the red zone? Asher Powell said, "Look, that's not true. The Eagles fan cherish their participation trophies. I know they do." Trap. You know what we gonna do on them. You know how we gonna come for the Eagles, though. You already know that. We ain't playing with them boys.
Yeah. What's up, Curtis? I'm sick of you, Scotty.
Slide on them boys. Put paws on them boys. Gotta put some paws on them. C-Mo says Turpin can just run straight up the field and teams gotta respect it and stay the back. Absolutely, yeah. Speed kills and it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous. He says the Chiefs use Tony the same way. Ain't that crazy? They do this in the red zone. You know they got all them little gadget plays that they pull out in the red zone. Mike McCarthy need to take some notes if he want to do that with Turpin. Because, like, they do little out and up routes and out and in routes. Like, they do all kind of crazy little routes in the red zone to get Tyreek Hill open. We know he's not that great when it comes to size and height. But if you so quick that can't nobody catch you, you can still be an effective goal line piece. Shout out to Mafia Miles with the $5 super. He says use Turpin speed. Use him and Cooks down for downfield bait and hit Lamb up the middle on a slant. Man, this offense finna be so crazy. When you think about that, man, that finna be crazy. Talk. Don't wish that on me, man. Don't wish that on me. I brought the same dude up. I don't know if you was in here yet. I want good for Big Bo though, but I hate it, man. I hate it. I'm bad. I'm sad about Big Bo. I'm sad about Houston. I'm sad about both of them. Darius Rouse on Facebook said, "Landlord, what's up, my boy? Sorry I'm late. Just like and share the content. I appreciate you, sir. I really do. Thank you. Shout out to my Facebook squad over there. We think it's gonna be crazy. You don't think this offense gonna be good, Choctaw? I think so. I think Mike finna cook. I really do. I hope they spin back and get Big Bo on the practice squad. I hope so. I really do. Big Gill says you are very right on Simmons versus Dennis. Houston, total nonsense. Straight up, I can't make a case for it. If y'all disagree with me, just make the case, and then y'all know how fair I am. If you get me, I'll be like, okay, you got me. I got you. I'm on your side now. I'm not stubborn and just sit up here and argue and I'm not right. I'm not gonna do that. If you make a good point, I'll be like, sir, you got me. That's all. Dennis Houston is a much better receiver. The Joneses forget when Dennis H had to start and showed out. Exactly. That man was making plays. We was scratching our head like, what is he doing out there? We didn't even know why he was out there. And he was making plays. So, hey, it is what it is. Hopefully we can get Big Bo back on the practice squad. Hopefully. Mr. William Blackwell in the building on Facebook. Shout out to you. He says, landlord from Alabama, I just seen reports that we are in trade talks with the Carolina Panthers for James Conner. Really? That's the running back, right? That's the running back. I think he ran hard, too. With the Cardinals. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that's the running back. He ran hard, too. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad right there. Willie Vasher, Alex Lindstrom got cut. Big Bo got cut. Dennis Houston got cut. Who else? Who we miss? Let's help Mr. Willie get updated before we ride this show on now. I'm trying to get my hour in, and I'm going to need y'all to spin back. So we finna do this Three Amigos show with HTM Sports and West Coast. You know, that's what we doing. It's a new movement out here. It's called Spin Back Gang. I need y'all to spin back. When y'all come back, I need y'all to be like, hey, we spinning black. We spinning blocks down here. Trap. Oh, okay. Christopher Gillis said J Tuck says the James Conner stuff ain't real. J Tuck is a credible source. You know, shout out to CFO Sports. So if J Tuck says it's nonsense, it's probably nonsense. You know, he got a lot of inside connects, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if J Tuck says there's no smoke, I might believe in that. Yo, Mafia Mind, tell him let's get the 150 likes real quick, man. You know, help a young brother out, man. Help your brother out. Trap. But I do appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been showing out on the likes and stuff. Y'all been showing out on the, you know, on watching the content. The numbers been going up. Maybe it's because football season is looming and it's coming up. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. But I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all keep on supporting Landlord Sports, man. I appreciate y'all. Do y'all got anything else y'all want to discuss before we ride this thing on out? And I'm telling y'all, I need y'all to spin back. Some of y'all be bailing on your boy. Good grief. Don't behave that way. Y'all ain't hip to the Three Amigos show, man. You know, it's some of the best in the business. Cowboys Uncut, West Coast, and HTM Sports. We do our thing over there. It be hilarious most of the time, too. Shout out to my guy. Trap. That show be hilarious most of the times. C-Mo in the building, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. All right, let's do it then. Let's ride this thing on out. It look like y'all got y'all fixed for the day. But make sure y'all spin back. When y'all come back to the show, right, we going to say spin back gang. Hashtag spin back gang. That's what we doing. Trap. Hashtag spin back gang. That's what we on, man. So y'all make sure y'all show out for your boy, man. Support Landlord Sports. And you know why? Because we are the greatest. That's why, man. Y'all know that. Shout out to everybody rocking.
Yeah.
Let's get these lights up, man, for the squad, man, on the way out the door. If you enjoy the show, let's get the lights up. Let's get it.
And this is greatness defined.
Let's
every
go.
line is divine, verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch teams like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these people I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah. Spin back gang, baby. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how it feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let doubters till you make it. Show them all you the greatest. I'm a great young poet, got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, that's fair warning. For my opponents, there will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy it, that's what the fans want it. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Custom pics I'm cropping, be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue, so I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These niggas ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth, these people know that I kill it. These are God level lyrics, I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real people spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody messing with me, I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you'll need a plan B, yeah. I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how it feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the dollars see you make it, and show them all you the greatest, I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.